He's the producer. He's the producer.
Welcome back, YouTubers, gunners, subscribers. We are doing something a little different today. I am doing my 2020, I think I'm going to do this every year. 2020 tool review. What tools am I using to build these cars? Is there an affordable way to get the right tool? Is there a reason why you're buying certain tools? We're going to answer a bunch of questions and at the same time inform you on what exactly it is that I use day in and day out, and that is crucial to building cars like this. It's going to be fun. I hope you guys are excited. You're going to learn a lot of things today, and I hope you take this video and you share it with whoever you like or whoever you think needs to see the video. We also need to start working on this channel on sharing the videos and trying to get more subscribers. If you're a gunner, then you know what the goal is to teach as many people at one time as possible. So we're not answering the same exact questions every time. I'm going to put a chair on the other side and we're going to run through these tools. Ready? Sure. Okay, gunners, let's get started. I'm going to put some gloves on because some of these tools aren't fully cleaned. These are the diamond grip gloves. It's a black, bluish, it's Microflex, I think it's called. These are the best gloves in all of mechanics. One pair could last you maybe 3 days. You know what I mean? One pair. They don't rip easy. Your hands don't get too sweaty. These are great. Diamond grip. Microflex. The box is expensive, I'm telling you right now, it is, but it's worth it because cheaper gloves you would essentially use more often than these guys right here. So what I want to run through with you, fix yourself, Aki. Fix yourself, dude. There's people watching. I had a great lunch. Boar's head, pepper turkey, sliced in. Yellow American, mayonnaise on both sides, light, lettuce, tomato, salt, pepper, oil, vinegar. Had that with a side order of sour cream and onion Lay's chips, and I washed it down with a Pepsi can. Don't talk to me twice if you're saying Pepsi is better in a bottle than a can. Don't talk to me twice. It's much better in a can. That's it. All right, let's talk about tools. What tools am I using every day on all these cars that we are building, all these motors that we are building, so on and so forth? I don't see my pry bar here, but pry bar, saying it now. I'm going to go through 3/8. We're going to work our way down until we get all the way to the end. So, let me stop this clip and then come right back in so it looks super cool. So, Aki, when you're editing, stop the clip now. Okay, we're back. 3/8. Hex keys. Guys, everything is starting to get into hex keys, Allen heads. You need them in 3/8 drive. I've got a snap-on kit here. The snap-on ones are great. Are they pricey? Yes, but they last forever. So hex keys, I use them all the time because everything basically has an Allen head and all the cool looking bolts. It does look cooler in an Allen head. I have to admit that. But I got hex keys here. These are great. I also have, we're doing 3/8 only right now. I'm missing the 10 obviously, but I've got like 20 10 millimeters. The other 10 is inside lefty. This Harbor Freight kit is probably one of the most famous Harbor Freight kits in all of social media because people know the story about the 19. And it's a funny story. Jamie stole it. That's the funny story, and he never wanted to replace it. We know it's like 60 cents. This dude is out here buying Audi R8s, and somebody told me that he bought a unicorn, like a real unicorn. It's the first one in the world. If he's got that much money, Jamie, you got that much money, you can't replace my 19 that you stole, you piece of bad. I'm trying to filter out the cursing. YouTube, feel me? These are great. I beat them up every day. They take a beating, and they don't give me no problems. I don't strip nothing. And you know what's crazy? I haven't lost none. I know the 10 is missing. Trust me, I can pull it out of lefty right now. It's on the Snap-on 3/8 gun. These are great, and they're not that expensive. I don't even use the Snap-on ones. There's still chrome and black in there that are never... You get what I'm saying. This Harbor Freight kit is awesome. Awesome, especially if you're building a box for the track. You don't mind losing this. It's probably like 10 bucks. Guys, this is great. Swivels. 3/8. Crucial. Crucial, crucial, crucial. Hard to reach places. Add an extension on there, your money. Swivel by Snap-on. These are great. I've never really seen these break. So I'm still on to 3/8 here. From there, simple Pittsburgh 3/8 ratchet. Money. This Snap-on spark plug socket is the best on the market. You don't really lose the rubber that's inside like all these other spark plug sockets. This is great. This is a beater. This is what we take to the track and so on and so forth. But in Snap-on's defense, they make the best ratchets. Snap-on makes the best hand tools. Now, we'll get to the electronics parts a little bit later. But Snap-on, you got a good thing going with your ratchets, I'll tell you that much. Basic, yeah, I mean, that's basically it for 3/8. It's real simple, you know, 10 to 19 on 3/8. I barely use the 1/4" stuff. I'm just saying, like, daily use, I really get my money's worth out of these tools. That is the Snap-on 3/8 part for now. Aki, cut the clip so it doesn't look too long. And then come back in, alright? Cut the clip out. Alright guys, moving on to 1/2 inch. So 1/2 inch, crucial. Axles, Snap-on, 32 and 36. Barely use the 32. I'm a K-series guy, always on the 36. These are great. Never have an issue. They can take a huge beating. You can throw... These are great. I use these a lot. So, not so much the 32. Swivel 1/2 inch. Doing transmissions, motor mounts, brackets, stuff like that. Swivel 1/2 inch, guys. These are great from Snap-on again. Now, there's some stuff on here from Snap-on, then there's some stuff on here that's not from Snap-on. This is what I'm telling you that I would suggest you buy from Snap-on. Gotcha. You're done there, Aki. You're finished. Okay. Moving on to deep sockets. I don't have much to show you. I've got the whole rack in the toolbox. It's not necessary. Deep sockets, 17, 19, 14. That's basically it. You know what I mean? This is a Snap-on one. This, again, takes a good beating also. Especially these right here. Moving on to some of the stuff for like the flywheel, the pressure plate. I use it in 1/2 inch. So I've got a 10mm 12 point. I've got a 17mm 12 point. And I've got a 19mm 12 point. Now, Aki, why are you using a 19mm 12 point? Well, some of the newer designed flywheel bolts are not a 17mm 12 point. They've been upgraded to a 19mm 12 point. So normally our stock flywheel bolts that we remove are 17 12 point. We don't use that anymore. Short guys, real tight bolts. I just run short sockets. You're always going to get more power out of your either compressor tool or your electronic tool when you use a shorter socket, no extension. We all know that. So 17, 19, same thing as a concept as the deep sockets. And that's basically it for 1/2 inch. Guys, this is very expensive. This Snap-on 1/2 inch, it's not a breaker bar. It's a 1/2 inch, it's a 1/2 inch ratchet from Snap-on with a swivel neck here. You know what I mean? I don't use it often. I really don't. I feel bad for it. It's good for like, maybe, I don't know, tightening down wheels. But I feel so bad because I never get to use this. Kind of a waste of money. 1/2-inch extension. You always need extension. Extension is your best friend, man. It makes life easier. That's pretty much it for 1/2-inch there. So now I know the most interesting part is coming up, and that is 1/2-inch guns. Do you want a break? Yeah, let's take a break. Okay, we're back. 1/2-inch gun. Guys, this snap-on gun, this is brand new. Barely get to use it. Awful. It is so overpriced. It's awful. Oh my god, this is almost like an $800 gun. The cover's like $50. This is awful. This sometimes can barely take off a lug nut with a full charge on the battery. But now this guy, the DeWalt 1/2-inch gun, is the strongest gun I've used. I've used the Milwaukee, that is also strong. In my opinion, this and the Milwaukee are tied. The gun is cheap. It's just the batteries now that we've been noticing that are getting to be expensive, especially when you talk about Milwaukee. Don't buy this. That's all I can tell you. Overpriced doesn't help, especially with day to day. The Milwaukee 3/8 hand ratchet, incredible, great, strong, a little too heavy. I like my snap-on one a little better. This one is a little too heavy, but it is stronger than the snap-on one. You gotta be careful. This guy is great. So I am moving away. From that stuff. Now I'll talk to you more about like the small things that I use every day. Okay, screwdrivers. Let's keep it simple, man. Snap-on, good screwdrivers. Phillip head, flathead, you get a long one. You barely use the big Phillip head. You barely use it, I'm telling you. It's normally like a number 2 or a number 3 Phillip head, flathead. That's what I use for screwdrivers. It's not common that I use screwdrivers. A lot of things get done with the drill. Now let me bring over the drill here. The Milwaukee drill is awesome. This has the new lithium battery. It tells you how much charge it's got. It lasts a long time. It's very, very strong. I love this gun. I use it a lot. And what do I use that with? This drill bit kit that I got from Amazon maybe 2 years ago, and it has saved my butt every single time. It's not missing one drill bit. It's perfect. I don't know the part number. I don't know the name of it. It just has a whole bunch of stuff. Bit Cooler. Trademarked. Yeah, Bit Cooler. Around $120. It was worth every single penny. It never gave me an issue. I love these drill bits. Trust me. Now, keeping it on drill bits, I got this set from Amazon. It's the Nico, and it comes with step bits and a punch. Guys, you ever had a drill bit run on you? Do you know what a drill bit run on you means? A drill bit, a drill bit that's running on you is this. You know you got to put a hole somewhere. You put the drill bit on, you hit the trigger, and it flies away from you. It moves. You can't do it. Guys, it starts with the punch. You make the mark with the punch, and the drill bit will fall right into that groove, and it'll give you a perfect hole every time. Pause. I said it. You don't got to pause for me. I said it. You don't got to pause for me. Chill. I got it. These step bits are great. I use them day in and day out. I love them. I'm nothing without them. Snap-on. It comes with, not Snap-on, Nikio. Neiko. Amazon. Real cheap. I think it was like $25. Great tool to have. Are we done with drills and that and the power stuff? I think we're done with that. I'm going to move over to some other things that I use. Probably get some stuff off of the table, close up a little bit, and we'll continue from there. I hope you're having fun right now. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you 5 seconds right now to let me know if you're enjoying this video. I'm going to count to 5. I'm going to wait for you right here. You're going to go down in the comments and give me a compliment. Give me a compliment. Here you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You made the comment? Okay, guys, so right now we're going to talk about these 2 torque wrenches so I can move them away from the table. Torque wrenches are crucial, especially when we work by the book. That's 1. 2, we've been installing clutches on this channel a lot. As a matter of fact, the action clutch videos are all over my YouTube all over my YouTube channel. And I definitely urge you guys to torque your flywheel bolts and your pressure plate bolts. Sears was going out of business in Cross County. I went and picked up these 2 Craftsman digital torque wrenches. Are they accurate? No. You have to compensate for about 4 to 7 pounds. The 3/8 one is a little bit more accurate than the 1/2 inch one. But 2 of these, the both 1/2 inch and 3/8 for $80, I couldn't say no. And honestly, the snap-on one is great. It's too expensive. It's way too expensive. So I went with this route. And it gets the job done every time. You guys have seen me on this channel use these often. So always set them back to 0, then shut them off. Always keep them away from any banging, any dinging. Don't drop these because it ruins the calibration. So right now, I'm just going to quickly and easily, softly, kindly move these to yonder. I'll put this guy here, my 1/2 inch one, and the 3/8 one. That's out of the way. I'm going to go this way, all right? My hammers, rubber mallet, always needed, man. You know, we work on nice cars, good paint jobs sometimes. We can't put this big heavy guy on there. But you definitely need a nice hammer in the garage, maybe the most 2 of them. You know what I mean? And definitely a rubber mallet. These are crucial, man. These are crucial to keeping and restoring paint any way that you need to. So I'll move these guys here too. Now, you guys have also seen me work on transmissions. And we've showed you on other videos how to swap out diffs, fix gears, change forks. We've done that. And the snap-on ring pliers are great. You'll never break these. You'll always need them. Ball joints, transmissions, etc., etc. These are marvelous. If you can get a cheap repair, why not? These are a little pricey, but I got a deal on the snap-on truck. He didn't really want green. It matches the box. Got a good price on it. So that's out of the way. One of the best tools I've ever bought. This is for calipers. By far, this is to compress the caliper when you're changing brakes or changing rotors, whatever it is. You guys want to swap out to cross-drilled and slotted rotors? Amazon. One of the best tools I've ever purchased. You put the brake pad on, push this guy back. Done. You compress the caliper. You're ready to go. Swap everything out. When you're done, pull back. Awesome, awesome tool. I don't know what it's called. You see it. Look it up. Google. I don't know. I'm not a hero. It's a sandwich. All right. Also, this tool has made me so much money. It's ridiculous. I've cut cars on it. Well, not in a bad way. We all know I don't do that. But I've cut quarter panels. I've cut Mike's car. I've cut the RSX. I've cut the AK-47 with this. This guy has the Ryobi grinder wheel, cutter, whatever the hell you want to call it. This guy right here, this one. Crucial. You definitely need this. We also use this to cut fuel lines. We use it to cut fuel lines all the time. You know what I mean? I got my little pipe cutter here for when we're doing brake lines and whatnot. This is great. I think this is $2 in Harbor Freight. Put it on, twist. This is how you do your brake lines. Right there, this guy right here, whatever it's, what's it called? Pittsburgh, of course, Pittsburgh. Thank you. Regular Allen heads, metric and American. Is that the same? Yeah. Standard and the standard metric, whatever. Yeah. These guys are great too. I've been using these for a couple of years. They lock in. You take out what Allen head you need. They're angled, hard to reach places. These guys work great. Don't take too much force, so don't do that. What do you want to move on to? What do you want to move on to? You want to talk about ratchets? You want to talk about ratchets? Ratchet wrenches? You want to talk about ratchet wrenches? All right, let's talk about ratchet wrenches. The famous 19. Everybody say hi to it. This guy's ruined a lot of lives right here, this 19. And they all know. One of the best also hand wrenches you can get. Gear wrenches, I got these off the Snap-on truck also. They work great. I use these often. They have a lot of leverage on them. You can loosen up almost every bolt that you need to, every nut that you need to with these guys right here. They're marvelous. So that's out of the way. I use these every day. Every day I use these guys right here. Whether to tighten up a 17 on a fork on the other end with a gun, whether to loosen something, whether to tighten something and keep it clean. Sometimes I tape the end of it here so I don't scratch anything, but that's great right there. I also have them in American. And these guys work great for brake lines. They work great for clutch lines. They work great for... They work great for. Awesome, really cheap. Gear wrench, really good stuff for a good price. That's out of the way. Line wrenches. I just learned what this was last year. Line wrenches are great too. You know what I mean? You're loosening up a brake caliper, brake line. These work absolutely amazing right here. Very good tool. Line wrenches. That's what this is called. We're done with wrenches, right? We're done with wrenches. Next clip. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, so moving forward now, I've got some things that I use to grip, cut, everything like that. Just a simple dike cutter. Works all the time. Good. Cut a wire, move it. Doesn't have to be great. Just keep it lubricated, keep it sharp. You could use the wheel on the bench, sharpen that up. I just picked this up maybe like 2 months ago. This is for when we're doing wiring and we were trying to put like a pin on a wire or something. This is the exact tool that you need. I think it's called, I don't even know what it's called, but it's good for all types of gauges of wire. It's labeled 16 to 14 gauge, 20 to 18, 24 to 22. This is good. This is good to have if you're wiring up injectors and you don't want to cut, you just want to pin them into the plug. This is a great tool right here. Awesome. I hope you can see it. Zoom in. Also another crucial tool, the AN wrench. We use this a lot because we make up a lot of fuel lines. We do catch can lines, stuff like that. And this guy right here is perfect if we're working on a -10 line, -10 fitting. We push it to -10, turn it. It's aluminum. It does its best not to scratch a lot of things, the fittings, because that's what we really want to do. If we're already spending $23 on a -16 fitting, we don't want to scratch it. We want to keep it looking good, keep it looking fresh. Awesome. Awesome tool. Tool aid. You guys have asked me about this a bunch of times. I've showed it to you in my last tool review. It's a great wire stripper. The cutter on the bottom in between right here is really sharp. It cuts the wire, with precision, clean, nice. Strip the wire in here, stick it in there, done. Does all the work for you. Tool aid. That's what it says on the thing. Always, right? Always needed. We change oil a lot. We go to the track, we need to change oil. Sometimes one friend tightens up the oil filter a little too tight. Oil filter wrench. Perfect. Great. Don't get the big dookie one. We're always using Honda OEM ones. These are perfect right here. You can open it up if you're working on a bigger oil filter, but for the most part, it stays in this position right here. Great tool. Simple adjustable wrench. Simple adjustable wrench. You always need it in the garage. This is a 10-inch, and it works great. Works great. Nothing too fancy. Doesn't have to be snap-on or anything like that. Not the one with the rubber grip. Listen, guys, when it comes to some of the tooling, it's like clothes. Do we really need $700 diesel jeans or anything like that? You know what I mean? Do we really need any? You know, it's just preference. You know, some people live by the name. Some people choose tooling that they purchase by the name. You know, some guys own Snap-on boxes and there's no tool in there that's allowed that's not Snap-on. And I'm the complete opposite. We have a Snap-on box here. Not everything in there is Snap-on. No. Why can't we work affordably if it's the right tool? Let's get that out of the way. Rivet gun, always good. This is a Durex. This one is great. It's got four different slots you can use for different rivets. We've used this installing Y&S Lexian windows. This was crucial. This was easy. Push it in. Rivet out. That's it. You always use rivets, man. Rivets are great. They're clean. You know what I mean? They're a little better than self-tappers every now and then. Simple pick set. Yeah. Want to de-pin something? Want to grab a 10 millimeter nut that fell somewhere? Get that pick in there. These are great. These are great. I don't know what they're called, but it's just a pick set. That's all it is. You know what I mean? And I'm almost done. We are almost done reviewing the tools that I use day in and day out. There's a couple of things behind you that you really can't see right now, like the press that we bought from Harbor Freight. My vise is my lifeline. The aluminum vise brackets for AN fittings is my lifeline. The third man has been great to me, pause. There's a lot of things that we use in this garage, but it's not the most expensive stuff. All my bolts that I've been cleaning, I've been using that bench wheel behind you, and it's great. You know what I mean? So, I gotta move the truck because I'm blocking the driveway. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, I had to move the car. Sorry for that little intermission, but that's it. Closing stretch. We're almost done, guys. We're almost done. I hope this did not bore you. Please, give me some feedback. Let me know how I did. Shrink tubes. Right? We've been using them a lot in the channel, shrink tubes. They work great, different sizes. Makes everything look cleaner, makes everything look more expensive, right? Whenever we're working on, changing a wire, if we could just slip this tube in between those two wires and heat it up, it's going to look sexy. It's going to look more expensive, right? It's going to look more presentable. You know what I mean? You clean up a wire harness with some shrink tube and you make it look nice and neat, you're not going to get $90, $100 for it. You might get $200 because you put some effort and you cleaned it up. Shrink tubes will always be used on this channel. Shrink wrap, shrink tubing, whatever you want to call it. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Shrink loom. All right, yeah, we get the gist, Docky. Cotter pins. 1,000-piece set, got from Amazon. Great. We use it on our shifter cables. We use it on our ball joints. We use it on our tie rods. They come in assorted different sizes, and this kit is great. It has every single size that I need. So if I'm working on a ball joint, I've got my sizing down here. If I'm working on the shifter cables, I got my sizing here. The shifter box, I've got my sizing here. Perfect. Also, clutch pedal inside, right here. Brake pedal inside, right here. We have every single size that we need. I'll zoom this guy in for you. It's a 1,000-piece set, and it works great. Absolutely great. Last but not least, how much does Aki emphasize on thread lock? Day in and day out. Expensive, yes. I just buy the big tubes and I just go through them. Flywheel, red. Always remember this, guys. This is a gem. Flywheel, red. Pressure plate, blue. Anything that you put in that you do not ever want it to come out, you're scared of it getting loose, you use the red. If there's anything that you are going to take apart more than often, blue. We're finished. Don't glob it on the tip of the bolt and let it just run through the threads. It's perfect. Red and blue needs to be in your arsenal at the garage. It's out of the way. Last but not least, Am I missing anything? I mean, I feel like I'm missing some stuff, but I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I'm open to criticism. I like it, no problem, as long as it's not disrespectful, because the block button is very easy. Assembly lube. This is a Lucas one. I got this from AutoZone. This is great. Whenever we want something not to bind up on a startup, we use this. Sometimes I use this on specific dog box gears. Sometimes I use this a lot on camshaft installs, cam gear installs, chain installs. Assembly lube for any kind of bearing installs. Assembly lube. The Lucas one works great. It's really, really slimy. Really, really slimy. Make sure you got gloves on. I'm done. I'm done, Gunners. Let me know how I did. Let me know if you learned anything. Let me know if you're going to apply anything. Yeah, give me some feedback, man. I hope this video was informative. We're gonna do a lot of stuff this year, man. It's not even the second month of the year already. We're almost ready to give away a car. We've done so much in 30 days because we do not waste time, guys. It's the only thing I don't want you to do. I love you so much that I keep beating it into your head. Don't waste time. You're never going to get that back. The girlfriend that broke up with you, you might get that back. The job that you lost, you might get that back. The money that you lost, the money that you messed up, you might get that back. But the only thing we are never going to get back is time. You will never be 21 years old forever. Don't waste time. I love you guys, man. Like, comment, subscribe, but most importantly, keep gunning.